Well, hello everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. We are going to be doing something a little bit different today. I'm going to just give you a quick rundown. So we are running a Fate campaign. It is a system that runs adjacent to a traditional 5e. It's a very different style of system. Instead of using specific attacks and rolling for attack damage, everything is handled on a whole different general scope of things. We have consequences, we have a more raw form of skills, and we're going to be using a very special set of dice called fudge dice. Now, the fudge dice may look a little bit weird, but it will make sense. Anything, if it shows up with a negative, it is -1. It shows up with a positive, that's +1. If you get a blank side, it is a blank space. It is a 0. If you get, because you roll 4 at a time, if you get a negative and a positive at the same time, you end up with a 0. If you get 2 or 3 or 4 positives, it's +2, 3, or 4. It will make sense in time. This is a very free flow style of campaign with a heavy focus on the role-playing aspect. Now, I am going to go and confirm with the other members, including the DM themselves, to see if everybody is ready. If you just bear with us for a moment. Okay, so welcome to the table, every single person here. Welcome, one and all. Now we're gonna run across from the left to the right. I need no introduction, and there's 2 other people. So if we could start first off with person most on the left. Remember, in Discord it's flipped, so that would be not you, Mal.
Okay. I was getting confused. I don't know my left from my right. Anyway, this is Dark.
Hell of an introduction.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, this is Dark. I'm playing Theo. Theo for now, until I can remember the rest of this name. But, I am a... Theo is a unfortunate soul, down in the undergrounds of medicine and prosthetics. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. And now we are going to get to the big cheese, the head honcho, the top of the table, the roller themselves. Mel, would you like to introduce yourself?
I should be saved for last. Why don't we have our other player going to give their introduction on who they're playing?
Okay, fine. I guess I'll go for my introduction. Hello, everybody. It is me. It is the rabbit. It is the chaotic little gremlin. Myself, Aki. I am going to be playing the character Synesthesia, a slime girl who has taken it upon themselves to, well, come into a lot of misfortune as of late. They have been able to have their job stripped from them. They are on the run, and they are currently trying to deal with the fact that at any given point, they might change. They may stop being conscious and someone else may take over. We are currently, well, trying to get home is the first point of call. We've had a few little hiccups along the way, but we are making our way slowly but surely. Things are going to get very chaotic. I hope everyone is prepared for this.
Real horse, we have me. I'm Mal. I'm the current game master for this game. We're running the Fate system. It works similar-ish to how like Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder works. except that there is two major differences. First off, you don't have the d20s, your classic d20. You can't get a nat 20 in this system. We use fudge dice.
In fact, I am going to just quickly roll the dice so everyone can see what they're looking for when the dice come on screen. So down below me, you have a little box. That little box is going to show us the dice rolls, so we cannot be accused of trying to fudge the dice.
Funny that, they're called fudge dice for a reason.
This is what the dice looks like. I did mean to actually click 4. This is the average roll you will be seeing. So,
Which is a -4.
it's a -3 because it is slightly turned. So the most upwards facing is the one that matters. So we have 3 minuses and a blank space. The blank space is a 0. Each negative is a number. That was a pretty much abysmal roll.
Yes. The
Unfortunate.
second part, major difference in this system is that there are no classes and races. The biggest thing that defines your core party, your character, are called aspects. You will be seeing those. We will be seeing those a lot actually during this campaign.
Especially with
For
someone who
example-
likes to invoke their own aspects on the run.
Yes. Particularly, Dark's character Theo has one of their aspects called Unfortunate Soul. Anybody, whether it's myself, Dark, or even Aki over there, can choose to invoke it using something called Fate Points, and we'll get into we won't be explaining the whole system. We do want to get into actual session. Otherwise, we'll be here for like 3 hours explaining.
Mhm.
But don't worry, we'll keep it fun and simple, especially with how I play it.
I mean, simple, maybe. Chaotic, yes.
There is never
That's-
going to be
that's
a
in the
dull
name.
moment inside of this campaign.
I don't know
So-
about that, but let's go.
We'll go ahead. This is technically the second session we've been playing, so I'll go ahead and give a session recap on both the players and for you guys at home. First off, I will say that so for those of you who hold on a moment, I need to actually pull it up.
It does help to have them up in front of you. The notes are very
Yeah.
important.
Important, yes. So this campaign is taking place on a planet known as our party, Synesthesia and Theo have started out in a small town, a small city known as Mira. With Synesthesia first appearing it with the name Gloopy, on a somewhat mindless and eternally hungry slime, ended up breaking into Theo's lab and consuming, I wouldn't say everything that she can see, but it effectively was.
I do have a list of the things that were eaten.
The most important of all,
Was the
Best day
best day
mugs.
ever.
the
mug.
best day ever mug.
Best day ever mug.
Not that it's been used, but
Right. Upon attempting to swallow a textbook, Gloopy ended up having to use their brain and ended up regaining consciousness as synesthesia. During right before that, Theo ended up extracting something, a strange black crystal with a glowing center. With Theo now truly perturbed and understanding that this the worst day ever for him, ended up going outside, and Synesthesia had received a call from her manager claiming that it is her last chance. And so, with that, the two ended up heading to Ma and Pa's, out in town center, somewhat of town center, with synesthesia having multiple glimpses of a person named Lyra.
I want to point out, I was kidnapped, taken without my own will. This slime girl dragged me away from my lab.
While they were in Ma and Pa's, the radio host from Project Celeste, named Yuri, ended up announcing that a civil war within the Galactic Trade Federation was underway and had started occupying various solar rails. They desperate attempt to escape off the planet. Synesthesia and Theo ended up calling Yuri, and how do I say, not quite threatening the radio host to lend them his starship. And upon investigation of the starship, Synesthesia noticed that he had modified it to have a discordant drive.
And I was exceptionally displeased because I had personally worked on that vehicle in the past.
Up out of the atmosphere, the two had found out that the solar rail, nearest one, has indeed been occupied. And upon further investigation, Synesthesia, I wouldn't say hijacked the navigation system, but effectively corrected course to a strange onyx cube in space, which had revealed that both the station, the discordant drive, and the strange black crystal are linked to some word called Atlas. And that is where we had left off. So, pick back up after this discovery. What would you two like to do?
So, if I remember correctly, as we were finishing up what we were doing inside of the station, I had started making attempts to get the vehicle ready to leave again, and had started closing up the engine as we had opened the engine to analyze some things. So we found out that the engine was running on a discordant crystal, and that had some connection to the cube being a harmonious crystal. It had a lot of back and forth. It gave us a little bit of information, gave us a bit of speculation, threw the word Atlas into our brains, and left us with that with no further context. So we are now making the plans to leave and to head back to the homeworld of the slime girl.
Yes. Unless, of course, you would like to do something different, or you would like to, stay in the giant space cube.
I am very happy to start working on the car to make sure, I say car, the spaceship that is essentially a fuckboy mobile. And we are going to start working on that to get it ready to head towards Eris.
While you're doing so, go ahead and make me a simple crafts check. Ark, you were gonna say something?
Oh, I was. Theo is just like staring, like, and sort of playing around with like the discordant crystals.
The ones in the engine or the one in your hand?
the one in my hand.
Okay,
Feels
so
unlucky, but not dumb.
my my craft roll may or may not have just been a -1, which is always the greatest way to kick things off, because that also implements the incentive roll, which we will get to
say
after.
quite yet. I wouldn't say quite yet. We're not going to do it first roll. You do manage to I wouldn't say quite repair it. But you've been around this fuckboy-mobile enough to understand how it works and all of the quirks of the vehicle. Won't get you there any faster, but it is at least working. You managed to at least get it going.
Okay, so that goes there, that goes here, and oh god, that's a cable. It probably wasn't connected before. That's fine.
So, anything else you two would like to do before you head out?
Yeah. Is there anything that I can use, like a percussion, like maybe
Percussion?
a stick or something solid? I can.
Discord crystal.
Passive maintenance, you mean?
I guess.
You mean you want something that's a bludgeon?
Yes,
Well,
but
I
small
mean-
enough. But small enough that like a toolkit size bludgeon.
Okay, toolkit, so like something like maybe like a wrench or a small mallet.
Yeah.
I would say unless I would say there's a small like spare toolkit, like a
Okay.
like a miner's lunchbox size, kind of that
Yeah.
kind of size.
Okay.
With like some spanners and stuff in there.
Before you said that this crystal is letting out how do you call it? A sound?
Yes and no. It seems to be inner vibrations, not necessarily like
Yeah,
it's
okay.
coming outside.
Okay. Can I
You want to
Basically-
tuning fork it?
basically but basically I'm doing the how do you call it? The opposite. See what it does.
So you're just hitting it to find out what happens when you hit an object like
Yeah,
that.
maybe.
Okay. Okay, let's see a luck roll.
Okay.
Okay, so as you do so, you would let's see, say that it doesn't break, thankfully. Not your worst day yet. It's getting there. You get this idea, and both of you just hear this. Like it's not. It's almost like a haunting, like frequency. Somebody it's you know how like a diminished chord sounds. Imagine
Yeah.
that, but as one note, like a C sharp diminished.
Okay. Can I do like a C flat?
Doesn't end up working like that. No matter where you hit it, it always has the same frequency.
Okay. Okay. Damn.
What are you doing out there?
Oh, nothing.
It doesn't sound like a whole lot of nothing to me.
Just worry about the ship. Just worry about your little baby.
My quote unquote baby is already and rearing to go. Thank you very much.
As you're like talking, I'm like pulling down like a what is it, like a little like eye magnifier things.
like
that,
like a magnifier monocle.
yeah,
like a
like those
box.
magnifier
Monocle.
monocles that goes like down like pretty small.
Multiple lenses that line up.
Yeah. And then like I'm just like doing that, and like I'm still like pinging this Discord crystal like slightly, like lightly each time, and like I'm playing like a song.
It's just a one-note song. It's just rhythm at this point.
Jesus Christ. You realize that these things, we have no clue what they're actually gonna do. And you're just there making, what is that? Some kind of beat? Some kind of... You making hip-hop?
Hip-hop's been dead for years now.
No. I'm trying to see if there's any
Welcome to the chat,
you
Blythe.
see responses to any frequencies. Yeah.
You're checking for frequency response whilst making a hip-hop beat.
I mean, it's not like you're playing any music.
I'm sorry, but my focus is trying to get, home. I didn't really think that I had to look through my Datascape playlist to, occupy the thoughts on our journey. I thought we were more concerned about, not becoming rubble in space.
By the way, synesthesia. You would know that that Yuri's starship does have a radio. However, it only plays his channel.
I am selectively keeping it turned off. Are you ready to get in the car and head off?
Aren't we in the spaceship?
We're currently in the cube, which the spaceship is in.
I thought I was in the spaceship.
If you two are ready, then go ahead and head out.
All right, let's get going before this cube decides to not play so nice because you keep smacking that crystal. I have the feeling it might not like hip-hop. Let's get out of here.
So, as you two head out, go ahead, let me see.
Oh no, the scary there's the scary dice noises.
Let's see, where's my other D12? Here we go. Let's see, today's encounters. That's cocked. Oh no!
Oh yeah!
Don't know him. Don't encourage him.
So,
what?
If not me, who else? Come on.
So where exactly are you importing the coordinates?
I am
importing it to home and putting it to home, or to the next available solar rail.
I am skipping the solar rail and taking us on the long deep space journey in the direct line course back to Eris.
Okay, so I want you to. No. Okay. I don't need you to roll for this. As you two are about to head out on the long, arduous journey, as you leave the dock of the giant space cube, and you notice something on the online GPS that you had before. Well, I guess it would be Navigator. There is specifically a toggle for warp drive. This is not something that you would normally have on a personal craft.
Okay, so I don't want to touch that button.
Can you say that again? You said
It is
button.
a warp drive.
No, no,
It's a
no, 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 no.
toggle.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say a thing. No, there's no button. We're just gonna keep a
More like a
steady,
switch, like a flipping
steady
switch
rate.
Okay.
than a button.
Okay. Also, that was not in character. Me asking. So
Yeah, it's a specifically a it's like a toggle, basically seems
Okay.
to be like a rudimentary like flip switch.
okay.
That's of course that's labeled warp drive.
Okay.
It is not something that would normally be on a personal craft.
Since like I am the person that's here against his will, what else is there on this in the back here?
It's
Like,
more like a
is
driver
there-
and passenger rather than a front and back in this case.
Okay. Is there anything to fiddle with?
So
Because Theo is kind of
Synesthesia.
getting anxious.
Right. Synesthesia, you know Yuri the best. Would there be any what would you say? I guess
Oh,
fidgets?
there'd be loads.
Car?
There would be a whole games console in the passenger side. There would be like digistructed Rubik's cubes and little just ADHD accessory toys everywhere. You'd have fuzzy dice which you could actually take off, and they would when you roll them, you see the numbers shine up above
Is there
them.
a pen?
There would be a pen, yes.
I am clicking
Assuming
it.
it's like one of those mace pens. It's like the end is floppy and everything.
It's like
Oh no!
Like,
I was asking if there's a regular click pen.
yeah, he'd have one.
I'm clicking that
incessantly.
As I'm staring into space. It's you know I'm really uncomfortable. As I'm staring out into space.
I facepalm. I just kind of. Do you want the radio on or something?
I mean, anything that get my mind of thinking about getting shot out in the void here. You know.
Let's turn the radio on and hope and pray that it's not what I think it is. So I just click the radio, so I just enable the radio.
And you hear the beautiful voice of Yuri. Welcome! You are tuning in to this week's 7-day-long Nth Wave Marathon. Welcome. It is
my
a
God.
new dawn here at Celeste headquarters, and we welcome you. Let's get on with the show.
If that's the last words I hear from his voice, I think I could actually live with that.
Let's see. And the long, arduous journey. It's actually somewhat rather uneventful. For a while, at least. Hours go by as hours turn to days. And then you hear an automated voice. It seems to be a kind of meek-ish
It is not a sheep.
feminine voice. You would recognize this as one of the Gemini twins. Specifically, the Gemini twin, I believe her name is Celine. It's Celine, one of the Gemini twins. And Engaging hyperdrive. Engaging warp drive.
What? Wait, what? Huh? What?
And
drive?
you
Out here?
feel the fuckboy car, the fuckboy ship, just like shake for a moment as stars before you and the planets and stars before you turn into white streaks of light as they fly past.
Theo, you pressed the button, didn't you?
I looked down. Did I press it?
You did not press it. In fact, it's a flip switch, and the switch seems to have automatically been flipped on. Like it's like down is off, up is on.
I think is synesthesia closest to the switch?
Synesthesia is closest to the switch on the driver's side.
I think you did.
No, I haven't moved. I mean, I headbutted the wheel once when I heard Yuri speak, but I swear I didn't go anywhere near that switch.
I kind of like point to the switch that's closest to it's closer to you. I mean, I don't think I would be able to reach over there with you in a way. I don't think I even reach.
I mean, you got that pen. You might have just, you might have like clicked it and accidentally flicked it. It's like, okay. Either way, we got a bigger issue on our hands. We are now rocketing through space at a speed faster than we can see. I attempt to flip the switch back.
As you two speak, the view around you, not including the ship, becomes almost psychedelic in sorts as you see, as you enter what's effectively warp space.
I still try to flick the switch back off. Come on,
as you do so, I need both of you to roll me reflex to defend. Reflex, sorry, physique to defend.
All right.
So, as we do so, I'm gonna explain the 4 types of rolls one can make. These are to attack, to overcome, to create an advantage, and to defend.
Ooh.
Most of those are relatively self-explanatory. To attack is to like target another creature, whether it's a person or animal or beast or monstrosity or some kind of slime girl. There is to overcome, which is like basically like overcome an obstacle, whether it's maybe poison gas, an arrow trap, somebody creating an explosion, or maybe somebody invoking their own bad luck against you.
Dark.
There's to create an advantage, which is like maybe like creating a hail of bullets, trying to restrain someone, etc. And then to defend, which these two are doing, which they are trying to not face plant through the window. As the ship around you begins to just suddenly halts in mid-space. What did you two roll?
I rolled a +4.
A 0.
0. So synesthesia, you were relatively you're almost kind of like gelatinous body makes almost like a natural cushion for you as you wobble for a moment. But you're safe.
Whoa.
As you look to the right of you, you see Theo just almost just collide with the front windshield.
Oh! Ow!
Theo, you take 1 point of physical stress. Well, one shift of physical stress.
Okay.
Yo, you good? Ow! At least the window is reinforced. Jeez.
That hurts.
Yeah, best day ever! And I like give a really awkward thumbs up and a really like awkward smile.
You see a smile, and then a drop of tear. Just- yeah. Best day ever.
Yay!
You
A
two
little
take a
help?
moment to look. You two take a moment to look around and see what's around you.
The first thing I'm looking at is the nav.
You are in the middle of dead space.
Oh,
Nothing around
great.
you.
Great. Did we?
You seem to actually still be on track, though.
Ooh, that's a relief. I thought we jumped through the planet.
Can I look outside? As I'm like kind of like not moving from my position against the windshield or the glass.
You see pretty much the same thing. Synesthesia, do you at least help Theo off the windshield?
I am going to try and like peel him backwards into the seat from his face being squished against the front.
My back. Watch my
Yeah,
elbow.
It's okay. Got it. I got it. Look, your arm's in the right place. I think.
Ow. Okay, that's a little better.
Okay.
Thankfully, nothing is permanently damaged on you.
Whew.
It does
Okay.
definitely feel sore, particularly your right cheek. But other than that, you're okay.
I'd offer some ice, but I think Yuri may have taken the cooler out.
Of course. Is there at least coffee on the boat? On the ship?
There does seem to be a portable dispenser that's like built in to the front dash.
I don't think that'll give you coffee. I think he pretty much just drinks.
I'm put like my worst day ever mug underneath.
You turn it on.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna drink it. Like I'm sipping it.
Oh no. As you do so, it doesn't seem to dispense for a moment. Then it dispenses tea.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not a coffee person.
Okay.
By the way, I rolled 3 negatives on that one.
Ow. And tea was your best option? It could have been warm, like, energy drink. It could have been soup. It could have been cold soup coming out of that.
Yeah.
I'm glad you went with tea.
Kindest. It was the kindest.
I kind of just...
No, he keeps his energy drinks chilled. He keeps his energy drinks chilled in a side compartment.
So Theo, seeing that it's tea, kind of just sets his like worst day ever mug and kind of like just sit back on his like chair, looks forward, towards the windshields again.
Smells of lavender.
And
Ew.
just like deadpan stare into space.
Okay.
Ready when you are.
Yeah, let's keep going. I wonder if that was the wire I forgot to plug in. Let's keep going.
So, do you engage the warp drive again?
Absolutely not. We're going at a normal speed. I'm just clicking resume on navigation.
Oh. Are there seatbelts, by the way?
No, it's a fuckboy
He
car.
does not have his seatbelts installed. He does not
Okay.
have his safety harnesses installed either. There's
Just-
two generally. There's two
So-
general like harnesses. There's standard seatbelt and harness.
So what you're
It's a
seeing
Y
is,
harness.
yeah, what you're seeing is basically Theo is kind of like reaching for his like shoulders, trying to find like a harness. Doesn't find it.
Yeah.
Kind of, you see a hint. You see a hint of defeat, and he just like settles back down.
We shouldn't be too far out now. I
He
hope.
tries the other
You-
shoulder.
There is nothing.
Same thing.
In fact, In fact, it feels like they were cut out.
And you just see like a sense of defeat.
By the
I'm-
way, synesthesia. As you look at the nav to click resume, it shows that there are 2 weeks left of moving, of flying, driving, whichever.
You think you can survive off of tea for 2 weeks?
Typically, a person only survives 3 weeks. So I think it's 3 weeks without food, 3 days without water.
Ah.
Roughly.
Okay, I think we're gonna have to try the warp drive again. I guess just brace for impact?
Looks like the warp drive. By the way, the warp drive switch was turned off as well when you disengaged warp drive. Like it was clicked back off.
I click it back on, and actually, even though I'm still letting it automatically navigate, I'm getting myself ready to, like, take full manual control in case something goes wrong again.
All right.
As you're like flipping that switch, you can hear like a little bit of movement and say like, okay, ready when
And you do so. You flip it back on, and you hear Lucine Gemini's voice once again, engaging warp drive, and the stars and not really star. You can see it's kind of see stars in the distance as they become streaks of white light once again. About, I would say, minute or two passes in this warp space, before it before the ship is forcibly stopped once more. And you hear a warning, from Lucine's voice once again. This is the first time, I should say. A third time you heard Lucine's voice. First time she's issued a warning. Hostile ships on approach. You do.
Hostile?
So I'm gonna as I'm hearing hostile. I'm gonna look around. Do I see any sort of weapons, like weapon systems?
There's really only one. It looks to be on a pair of just as almost, I would say, I hate to use the word casual, but they're basically casual, like almost like blaster cannons. Like they're the most basic ones you have to manually install in case of hostilities.
Mm-hmm.
I swear to God, if this thing shoots a t-shirt, we're all dead.
Is there a way to go faster on a warp
Well-
drive?
Sure, then warp drive?
Yes. No?
No.
Okay.
Just
Um,
generally.
Is there a way
Like-
to how do you call it? Change a coordinate while on transit?
Well, I mean, I could always take manual control.
Can generally take manual control. The how warp drive generally works is you input a destination, and then it takes you like the shortest possible route, which is generally taking a warp.
Okay. Can
Um,
I do want to put up my tablet and basically hack into this ship again.
As you do so, go ahead and roll me slicing.
Okay.
synesthesia. As he does so,
Oh,
you see
my bad.
the telltale.
Give me a
You see
second.
the telltale, almost like ripple in space before you, kind of coming out from from like your right to your left, of somebody exiting warp.
Oh shit.
6.
So that's a +6.
Thank you, Blythe.
What
I am
exactly are you
hydrating, don't
attempting-
worry.
What are you attempting to do?
So I'm basically canceling the warp and
We're already
causing-
out of warp.
Oh,
We're already out of warp.
I'm gonna warp again.
We're inputting a new destination.
Yes.
I need you to roll me another slicing check to bypass safety protocols.
Ah. That's what
So
I
it would
was.
be slicing in this case. It would be
Oh
hacking.
no!
But yeah.
Oh, hacking?
Dark! No!
Oh, hacking. Got it. That
Oh,
was the wrong-
this is more software based. Nope, we're still using that roll. Change
Yep.
the modifier.
You got a 0 with a +3, so no modifier would be -3.
Okay, no. My modifier is still 3. Okay. We're good.
So,
Yes.
0.
as you attempt to do so, you just get error. There doesn't seem to be any way you can right now bypass safety protocols of warp driving while in hostile range.
Where's the warp drive module?
Warp drive module is it seems to be more so where the warp drive control is. Module itself is fitted in the back.
Can I go back there with my tablet?
It's a 2-seater.
Yeah.
There is no back seat. It won't be like you can't like it's fitted behind the plate. The thing
Oh,
to
okay.
actually get out of the vehicle to do so.
Okay, I am
That's
going to
unintuitive,
take
but okay.
manual control.
Where's the central computer then?
In front of you. It's the nav is one of the interfaces of the central computer. What are you doing, Aki?
I am going to take manual control and attempt to kind of circumnavigate the ship that just exited warp drive.
It's not exited yet.
It's in
warp.
transit. Okay, I'm going to try and adjust us so that we can kind of dip around it.
Okay, so you're gonna attempt. So what is your end goal with this? Are you attempting to get out of range to warp?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have you roll drive for this.
Okay.
This is a contested roll. Particularly, it is the hostile ship's notice versus your drive.
Oh god. Oh boy. Oh god. Please say your dice hate you today.
They do not. What is your
Oh god,
result?
I got a -1.
This person got a +2 on the dice before modifier.
Oh god.
So, a +2 notice. And that is a 4 versus a -1. They succeed with
jeez.
as you're attempting to go around. Are you taking the left, right, up, or down?
I am going down.
As you do so, then you just see something pop up on your nav. Hostile subspace scan.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
As they're looking for valuable cargo.
Hey, you don't happen to have any contraband on you, do you, Theo?
I will. Let me think.
I'm sure all of his items are contraband in the first place.
Yes, they are.
Like even your collab is contraband.
I'm like, like pulling out like a syringe with like a strange fluid. No.
So
Then at the same time, I kind of
Jack. Oh, like basically wherever the terminal is, see if I can basically ward like put the discordant crystal nearby, like just like casually.
So, not to make you worried,
Okay.
however, we're getting scanned right now. Well, they're basically doing a deep cavity search on the whole ship.
Oh, I am very aware.
And as you two talk, you see. Go ahead.
Before that, can I use the discordant crystal to jam up the main computer a little bit?
Actually, as you do that, you see on the nav item valuable cargo found, and it shows a discordant drive. They're wanting to take the discordant drive itself.
Shit.
And then does my
And
thing
then
interfere?
No, actually, they were looking for that signal. They're locked onto that signal. And you see, and as you're going under, this happens right as you just bypassed the warp space exit. You hear the warp space. You hear like the ripple like burst, and then the ship comes out, and they immediately start locking onto you.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You are now in conflict.
So did the main computer jam? Like is the
main
safety is
computer
off?
Did not jam.
Okay.
It's just run effectively off of discordant crystals.
Okay. Do we have another power source? I kind of look around.
Sin, do you think that? Do you believe that that Yuri would be would be affluent enough to have a backup power source?
I genuinely don't know, and I want to say yes so bad, but I genuinely don't think so.
Okay, we'll leave it up to a luck roll. We'll see if he actually looked forward enough to it. Yuri, why do you curse my dice so?
We should never speak his name.
That was 3 negatives on the dice.
Oh my god.
Oh, he does not have a backup power source.
Oh my god. Okay.
Well, we're such unfortunate souls. Huh.
Okay.
As I say that,
So, we are in conflict. We are in conflict.
Okay.
It is Team Slime up first.
Okay.
You get one message. You effectively get have, I want to say, emergency comms open. You get a comms message. It almost seems like a real time comm from someone that seems to be claiming. You don't see their you don't see their image, you don't see like a holographic form of them, you just get a voice. And you hear the words, Elgris sends her regards.
Who's that?
Fuck. Okay. 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 Right. So,
go ahead.
So after the scan, they very much are aware that I exist on the ship, yeah?
Yes.
I am going to send out one message. And the message is literally just going to be, this is non-combatant vehicle registration AES342. We do not wish to engage in any form of conflict. We are a civilian transport vehicle.
What are you attempting to achieve with that?
I am hopefully trying to persuade them not to blast us out of the goddamn space zone.
Do you use your action for it?
I am not going to use my action for it.
Okay. So you will not get a response back yet, if that's the case.
Okay. The thing that I'm actually going to do with my action is I'm going to shuffle forward, reach down into the back of the lab coat that I wear, and I am going to pull out 4 small devices and keep them to hand, ready to deposit them exteriorly to the vehicle.
Yes. So you would remember that Yuri has almost like a dispensary that goes out the side from the driver's seat and the passenger seat,
Because he smokes.
like an external dispensary, effectively, like deposit whatever into the depths of
Mhm.
space. So, for those of you who are watching, the fate conflict can be both physical and or mental. Each it's separated into zones that you're able to move freely inside, and in between. The every character has one action that can be either to move within a zone or use a skill in some way during the conflict. Ark, what are you doing?
I'm going to. Okay. Can I? I'm gonna sink down underneath the terminal, basically, and can I try to do some little hacking thing to kind of disguise what's on the ship?
You're trying to activate a cloaking mechanism?
No, more like change what what was scanned.
So you're trying to do like a scan jammer or something.
Yeah, somewhat.
Unfortunately for you, most scan jammers are built in. This one does not have a scan jammer.
Darn.
God damn it, Yuri!
I'm still gonna sink down. And I'm just gonna check what I got on my person. Have fun.
You could always attempt more slicing checks to bypass the safety mechanisms of warp driving.
Okay. That's what I'm gonna do then. Let's see.
Need at minimum a +3 to succeed.
That's what I got.
Let's go!
So, as you do so, you both hear just Celine's voice, as she just like starts repeating error kind of thing. It's very weird for you, in particular, Sin, Anesthesia, since you're used to hearing her voice, basically in almost all nav systems.
I'm like headbutting
So
every time I hear the word error. It's like, God.
So I do got the 3, so I bypassed it, right?
Did manage to bypass the security systems. That was your action, however.
All right.
As you do so, the is now the hostile ship as they are going to attempt to blast you out of the sky.
Oh god.
They're going to make shoot. I need one of you. Actually, I will need Sin, since you're the one piloting, right?
Yes.
Need you to roll me drive, or I need you to roll me drive to attempt to evade her blaster fire.
Got it.
I hope you can roll above a +4.
I cannot. I have a +2.
So, as you do so, you just feel the ship rock for a moment as the ship takes one physical stress. It has two physical stress boxes before it starting to take consequences.
All right.
God damn it, Yuri, why didn't you put armor on this thing?
And it is now your go.
Hold on a moment and go. I click a button to activate the warp drive to a different location.
So you flip the switch.
Not the switch itself, but on my tablet.
Okay. You do so. And then it stops. You're in zone 2. Have to flee to zone to escape.
Okay. So it's basically short hops, basically.
Short hops before you can fully escape.
Okay.
As you hear the ripple of the enemy's warp drive, and you see almost like he installed a rear view mirror, by the way. As you see in the rear view mirror, a little more like side views. I think he has side view mirrors. It is see the enemy ship once more.
Well, step on it. I'm just staring at Synesthesia.
Okay,
Go!
okay, all right, okay, I'll go. I then literally absolutely floor it, flip the warp switch. I'm like holding the warp switch down so it cannot physically flick back up, and absolutely flooring it.
Need you to roll me piloting to see if you can do 2 zones in one go.
Piloting?
Piloting. No,
We didn't-
driving. Sorry.
Drive, yeah.
Driving.
Oh, by the way, you
We
said
got a
there's
1. We got a 1.
Oof.
I will say you're able to do it, but you take your last physical stress box.
Okay, so we have 0 armor, but we're outside of the range.
No, we're 3 ahead, I think. No,
You are 2 ahead.
2 ahead. Okay.
As you are not safe away just yet. And you are lucky. As you think you have cleared something, you don't see the enemy just yet. It's your guys' go. You wait and test your luck.
I am going to once again take more movement to get even further away.
You do so, and you have as Celine states, hostiles no longer in range. Warp drive is free to use once more.
Suck it, mercenaries! Sin is absolutely cackling with laughter and juggling the 4 objects that she had pulled out, as she also is like kicking her feet excitedly.
And you ended up kicking Theo.
Are
We back?
are we back?
Maybe, hopefully.
Are we back?
You're back.
Are we back?
We're
Is the stream come back?
Kind of.
Okay, I think it's back. I accidentally kicked the cable out again.
Ooh.
Hello. There you go. Okay, we're good.
Okay, I need to remember what I was saying. What was I
So
saying?
you were
First of
kicking
all,
me while I was still
Oh,
down
right.
there.
So I wanted to
also
say,
your
could I?
virtual webcam.
Oh, my webcam's gone. Okay, yeah, I'll turn that back on.
No worries.
There we go. So can I just quickly roll a d10 to see where I kicked Theo?
Go ahead, roll a
Ow.
d10.
I am so sorry.
Ow.
I have a headspace for what each of these means, so I'll let you know. Okay,
Well.
not too bad. Okay, I kicked you in the shoulder.
Ow.
Oh god, Theo, I'm sorry, but at the same time, those guys can suck one. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's get back to Eris. And then I keep in full, like, manual drive for, like, another, like, sector or two before allowing it to go back to, like, manual, back to the automated navigation.
No worries. You do so. Do you want to tell Theo anything of what happened there?
Absolutely not. I am going to leave it at what I said.
Okay. And you do so. Automatic navigation seems to continue, and your journey seems relatively unimpeded so far. You engaged warp drive.
Why do you do this to us? Everybody in chat, do you hear those not very fun clacking sounds? Those are the sounds of impending pain.
So, to reveal the curtain behind the screen behind the curtain for a moment, I'm rolling 2d12, 12-sided dice. Basically, it's normally in fantasy games you're traveling by foot or by carriage. It's like daytime and nighttime. The higher the value, better your day is. The lower the value, the worse your day is.
And we just seem to have the worst day ever.
Oh,
I rolled a 2 and a 3 for that last encounter.
God!
is that? By the way, I'm sorry.
Once again, I'm pretty sure that you are not the one with the worst luck here.
Oh no, I know.
Yeah, at least
And-
you can roll.
Yeah.
You have the actual
Oh,
trait
God.
saying you have the worst luck. I actually get the worst luck.
Yeah.
I mean,
But the question remains unanswered. Do you engage warp drive?
What is the time distance left?
all I know
A week
faster.
away.
I click it.
Yeah,
I
currently
click
you
it
are
from my
1 week away.
tablet. I'm clicking it from my tablet.
Like, I've got my hands
She
on the
was
steering
engaging
wheel,
warp
and I'm
drive
just like,
anyways.
oh my god,
Yeah,
I am
you
so...
just- As
Oh,
you,
Christ!
basically, you're just like,
I'm like physically like flat now. Like the gelatinous form of my body's now flat against the seat because I was taken off guard.
Like,
You really
by the
need to
way,
warn a person. Why do you do this?
by the way, Theo, as you were going in and working with the warp drive, you notice that there are it's currently only regulated for class yellow stars, not class red or blue.
translate, please.
Basically, red and blue stars in this kind of classification have higher gravitational and higher damage to, and have generally deal greater damage to starcraft that go near them that aren't regulated for it.
All right. Yeah. All I know, we are.
Thankfully, Project Celeste's headquarters is in a yellow star.
I look at like
Which is
my
great.
watch before I click it, and like I'm just seeing like we're just on manual drive for like a while. I'm just like,
Yeah.
hey, wanna want to speed things up, and then I like right when I say I click it.
I don't think speeding up would be a good.
So you do so. You are lucky that I rolled nothing happens.
Woo!
As you eventually reach, it's effectively planet Celeste. It's the Celeste system. It seems to have a binary star system. And there are about 2 or 3 planets here. As most of them got ate up by the binary star system. The planet which is Celeste's hometown, home planet, appears to you. It's relatively big, and you can basically see the neon advertising even in space.
Look at it.
Billboards.
Look at it. It's so beautiful. It's so good to be home. Home sweet Eris.
Once again, you see Lyra. Not necessarily Lyra herself, but Lyra on a billboard.
Isn't that your friend over there?
Don't remind me. She's everywhere.
No kidding. I'm like scrolling through like the net space. Like she like showing all of her advertisement. Like, yeah.
It's just literally, you're like scrolling and it's literally back to back, just Lyra,
Okay,
shitpost, Lyra, shitpost, Lyra, removed content, Lyra.
Roll me a flat roll, a flat 4DF.
Me? Okay.
Yeah.
Where did I keep it?
Good 4
that's
dice.
1DF,
Good 4
not
dice.
4DF.
What? That's 1.
4 fudge
4.
dice.
Oh, 4.
4 fudge dice.
It was the same roll.
I don't know. I don't know what you want, man. The universe is deciding for me.
So you see a picture specifically from Lyra, stating with a of her with a pamphlet of sort, it's like a collection, like a book of signatures that somebody handed to her. I'm glad to give a signature to a great fan of mine, Synesthesia.
Hey,
What?
isn't that you?
What do you mean? And then I look over and look at it, and I go like, the gelatinous orange goes bright red, and I'm just like, yeah, that's me. That's me.
Specifically, it's in Mon Pa. Specifically, Theo, you would recognize that place as Mon Pa's Cafe, where you two were earlier. But Caesar didn't actually get Lyra's signature, if you remember.
Hey, I remember. Isn't that me right there?
Oh God, you're in the photo.
Oh, my back.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on. Am I in the photo? And then I start like scouring to see if I'm like caught in the photo at all.
You don't see you in the photo. You kind of make out some of what you think is your shadow, not you yourself.
Oh God, thank Christ. Otherwise, my internet cred would be like hitting the pits.
I look in the comments.
There's a lot of praise for Lyra, and some people will be like, "Ooh, that's me! That's me! That's me!" But nothing about synesthesia currently.
I'm basically doing like the deep like scroll down where like I'm getting down to the like dislike comments.
Let's see. Oh fuck! My dice. Dice. See one person who's like synesthesia, my favorite, my waifu, kind of thing.
Oh. Wait. Hold on. How many dislikes?
It's relatively neutral. Synesthesia is still kind of new in the sphere. She has her cult following,
Okay.
but not quite like internet fame.
So I'm on a how do you call it, like a throwaway account. Kind of on that comment. Not every day being kidnapped is fun.
Oh shit! You
Because
just immediately are hit with just a wave of dislikes.
And then like no, yeah, exactly. And then like I just log out of the throw. Like I basically burned the throwaway account. Fun.
what?
Job done.
What are you doing?
Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it.
I don't know. You seem to be pretty interested in the datascape all of a sudden. You find something down there that you enjoy?
I click into the market. The undernet basically. And what do I find?
What specifically are you searching for?
Oh, just like contrabands, any job offering, stuff like that. You know,
You
where all the underground.
You seem to be logged in. It seems that this particular system has kind of taken reign of the undernet that you're currently a part of.
Okay.
It seems to be overwritten with a local undernet. That's bunch of how would I put it? Bold content of Project Celeste members.
Okay. Is there like a marketplace then? Like not on the
It is
underspace.
Only a marketplace.
Not on the underspace. Our undernet. The general space net.
Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, there's a full on like Project Celeste market, like a full on like a fan market and official market.
How about medical like
medical supplies?
Yeah.
Synesthesia, would there be one?
I mean, yeah, there would be, but it would obviously be like curated for like, you know, official doctors and stuff because of how tight the security is in Celestial system.
All right. I basically just show her an ad for whatever random medical thing. Yeah.
See what you
The
find.
latest and greatest, don't you think?
Sure.
see what you find. It seems to be a Gemini brand of like almost like a Gemini brand of prosthetic hands. One hand themed after each Gemini sister.
Yeah, I just show her. Show Synesthesia.
God,
That
the,
ad.
the Geminis are
see her.
so... They're just so desperate to climb the ladder. I kind of like
Anyway,
shuffle slightly further away from Theo as he's looking. Like the judgment in my head, like, this is a hands guy. Oh my god, I have got a hands guy. I have touched his hands. I've used my hands with him.
At least he's not a feet guy.
So I turn off the ad and then like on the side I'm gonna see if I can how you call it? It like the rumor, like any rumor going on like there.
definitely a rumor about synesthesia and where she is currently. Of course, there's always the all popular rumor of whenever a star is like dark for a week or two that they've died. But other than that, there's a couple of those like, oh, I heard they got kidnapped, or I wonder if she retired, kind of thing.
I wonder if they got kidnapped, and it's just the photo, like a screenshot of the post that he made that has got like the million dislikes saying about being kidnapped.
Pretty much, yes. It's like that one just like spread like a wildfire in like the 10 minutes you were like searching for an ad.
Yeah. So, where now?
We're gonna hit the nearest and dearest place that I can think of parking, a roof, because I live at the top floor of a pretty large building, and I don't think you're able to climb pipes.
Okay. Now,
Woo!
you see,
Close.
my biggest question is, why the fuck am I here, though?
Do you not remember the whole, not dying, staying alive, Civil War, people coming to kill us thing? And now your face is out there, attached to my name. You're pretty screwed.
Wouldn't it be unfortunate if there was something wrong with the landing gear?
Oh, yes, it would be. Oh, yes, it would be. Such unfortunate souls, don't you think? Oh, you know what? Even better, I would raise you another one. How about people got
This whole group is literally working against me. Help me, people. I am being captive here at this point.
People recognize this as Yuri's craft. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it literally has Yuri's tag on the side of it.
Don't you think?
Wouldn't it?
Don't you think that the net space would be curious?
So, as you two go to land on the on the roof. What building are you particularly like? What kind of building are you landing at?
So it's kind of like skyscraper apartments, and it's like there's a block of several which kind of have like a rooftop kind of access. It's like a heliport on each of the top of them. And basically, I'm just kind of parking in one, like a building that is not
Kind of
super
VTOL
adjacent, but it's
landing.
like it's close enough that we could get to the building that we need to get to. Without going down to the floor level.
Okay, so as you do so, you think for a moment, and then you realize, fuck, this is the only vehicle that has a discordant drive in the Celestials, as far as you're aware. You see people looking up to look up the craft, and a lot of people are starting to follow where you're heading.
Oh, I hate people sometimes. This is why I don't leave. You know what? This is why I don't leave my house, Theo.
I turn on the radio as I'd say that. Well, let's hear what's on the radio.
Some really bad like synth hop, like really it seems to be like kind of like an indie band, who's like who was trying to bring back rock, using like only synths.
That one regular show episode.
Oh God. So as I'm like letting the vehicle start its auto It's auto park.
landing procedures.
I'm also hyping myself up at the same time as like removing, like pulling my hair out of the ponytail, taking the glasses off, and like removing the disguise I was wearing and going into full idol mode. I flip my I flip the 2 layers of my lab coat up around themselves, and it becomes like a completely different outfit, and I pull a string, it goes like skin tight to like a full idol outfit as I'm getting prepared to have to deal with people.
One question: is there a biker's helmet?
There would be like
one of those like dirt bike helmets.
There wouldn't be like dirt bike helmets. There would be like things that Yuri would use, like if he was going out and about and he didn't want to be recognized, there'd be like little like disguise bits here and there around inside the craft that he would like quickly throw on to like hide his hair color and, you know, like fake contact lenses, stuff like that.
Sure. I'm gonna go back. So like I take out the syringe. Too much. Take out like a taser. All right, this works. I
It
tase
works.
myself.
Why are you tasing yourself?
Don't worry. It's Celeste's problem now.
I like try to shake it. Like, do you go unconscious from the tasing?
Yes.
I start like rapidly shaking you as we're getting closer and closer to like actually touching down. And I'm like, no, Theo, that I need your legs. I need your legs.
Oh, I think your mic went out. No.
Temporary out time for the DM.
Sorry. What were you rolling? What was going on?
I tased myself.
He tased himself
Why-
unconscious, and I'm trying to wake him back up.
All right.
I basically say, good luck.
Okay. Let's see. It would work in this case. How are you attempting to wake him back up?
I am violently shaking and occasionally slapping.
But
Would you say it's like a
And just
physique
roll me
versus
luck.
will?
just roll me luck.
Just flat D4? Hope and pray. We got a 1. It's technically positive.
To do so, and for a moment, it didn't work. It didn't work. Then you reel in just like to give like one huge, just like
My
meaty
arm is like
slap
it is like a
his
full like my
face.
arm is completely like no longer trying to stay in like a human like elbow. It is full slinky back and like swinging down
And-
across his jaw.
And then Theo, you just feel just searing hot pain on your left cheek.
I'm gonna pretend that I'm still unconscious.
Oh, it really is physique
Yo!
against will.
I'm like full
Wait.
on like crying as I'm like as soon as we touch down, I open both doors. I run out of the vehicle and start dragging Theo across to like the next adjacent building.
Well, what did you say, Mal, first? Before
If you were still gonna try and wake him up, I was gonna say now it would be physique against will.
okay.
But
Anyways.
yeah,
Yeah.
I am now physically
So,
dragging
there
Theo
are-
across the rooftops.
right. There are a number of like sky bridges that connect the different helipads, because there's really only room for like maybe 3 or 4 on each roof. And some people need to actually like go to like down like 3 blocks because all the helipads are taken up. Clearly, there's one that's a glass sky bridge, reinforced glass sky bridge.
I am avoiding the glass. I am outright avoiding the glass bridge.
So, if this is the case, are you heading directly to your apartment?
I want to roll to make sure that there's no one like in visual of me.
Go ahead and roll me notice.
How are you looking around? Like how are you dragging me, by the way?
I've literally got you by the arms and I'm just pulling you across the floor. I hit a 0 with the notice, by the way.
Right. Do so. And as you're looking around, are you actively looking while dragging or taking a moment to stop as you look?
Oh no, I am like dragging I'm looking and dragging at the same time.
So as you do so,
Oh,
think you see that glint of green once again.
Oh, you son of a bitch, you're not getting my fucking location!
as like Synastasia is not looking, can I quickly open my eyes and look around? And like go back.
Roll me notice with a -2 disadvantage.
Me?
Oh!
Okay.
It's what you fucking get! It's what you fucking get!
2, 2. 1.
That's a +2.
Oh,
But
yeah,
it's a 1.
What is your notice?
Yeah, I already added the +2. It's +4.
Oh,
-2,
okay.
So +2.
So you, given that you're only taking a moment to glance around, you don't really seem to see much.
Okay.
Doesn't even see the
You do,
green, it's
once
just
again-
me.
You do once again get this idea that somebody is watching,
Mhm.
but you do not see the green hoodie.
Okay. And back to my fake unconsciousness.
So I continue, like,
Specifically, actually, synesthesia. You notice that the green glint is by the elevator you need to take to get to your apartment.
At this point, I am so annoyed at what Theo just did that I turn around so I'm facing away from Theo as I'm, like, dragging him. So I've got my arms just completely slinking back behind me, like, holding onto his wrists and dragging him like it's a heavy sack behind me. And I'm just heading straight. I'm staring at the elevator and just heading straight over there.
You do so,
Okay.
and go ahead.
I feel like this shift in position, like body movement, right? From Synastasia,
Shift and body movement.
like how she's pulling my body.
Yes.
I'm just gonna open my eyes again and like look ahead, not moving my head.
God fucking damn it. I wish I could just get into my own home. Unfucking interrupted. And apparently, no, that is too much to ask. Well, I'm sure she's gonna pop her up somewhere, and she's probably gonna say something along the lines of, oh, well, your time has come, blah, blah, blah. I'm, like, talking to myself as we're, like, approaching the elevator.
Can I see look around if there are any like other like routes down the buildings?
Outside of the elevator, there are a couple fire escapes.
Okay. That's all I need to know. I'm just gonna go back to pretending.
So, do you approach the elevator?
I'm approaching the elevator. I'm prepared for whatever the hell is there.
Well, you do so. And for the first time, you both actually see Lyra step out from her hiding position. And she welcomes you with open arms, almost like she's waiting for a hug. Welcome back home. We've missed you.
I'm sure you have, along with every single other person who's tried to blast me out of the sky, Lyra.
What do you mean blast you out of the sky?
Are you kidding? Okay, no, you know what? It doesn't even matter. Look, what do you want? You're following me for a reason. What is it that you actually want right now?
Following you? Why would I follow you?
Okay, I did actually see the post of you thanking me over at Mama and Papa's. I know you saw me. I openly, ousted you to get away from you. You also saw me at that clinic. And I've also seen your face every single place I have looked for the last several days.
Can I look around? Is this being recorded?
I need you to roll me notice.
E.
So you know what? No, you have the aspect of nothing escapes my eyes, don't you?
Yes, I do. I would like to use
And
it.
go ahead and have a +2 bonus.
Right.
Plus
On
6
top of my
notice.
notice. Right.
We notice, yes.
Four.
You needed that +2.
4.
Let's see how well they hit it. Okay. Well, there does seem to be, obvious cameras. Stuff that you would normally expect for like surveillance and stuff like
Mhm.
that.
But That's all?
You do notice a couple of hidden cameras that synesthesia would normally be familiar with, since they do have a couple of escapades as Gloopy occasionally.
okay.
So synesthesia kind of generally needs to know,
Yeah.
how to evade those. Get back home.
Okay. But is there anything that is like as if broadcasting anything?
Well, I mean,
Okay.
about like filming
That-
cameras, like those kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, as far as you're aware, no.
Okay. How far am I away from?
You're like literally under my ankles.
Yeah. Are you still holding on to?
Yeah,
my
I'm still
shoulders?
I'm still holding on to like your wrists.
Yeah. Okay.
So what's
But
kind
how-
of going on?
But how far away from a fire escape are we?
We're like pretty much face to face with Lyra now, so we're literally like outside the elevator.
Yeah. But like,
Fire escape is on the opposite side of Lyra.
okay. Damn. Okay.
In particular, Lyra kind of like looks at you, then looks at Theo, and then looks back at you, and is like, Ursa is not going to be happy with it that you've taken so long.
Yes, and I am trying to get back, and this person here is going to try and help me solve a couple issues that I have had. Can we just get past, please?
Medical failure?
Well, actually, no. He's also pretty good with computers, I'll have you know. He's pretty handy with tech.
Interesting. Just don't upset him again, and you'll be fine.
I don't plan on upsetting them. I'm trying to
By
get
the way,
back
she
to
hasn't.
get.
By the way, she has not been blocking the elevator from your entrance. If you were curious, she's in front of it. She's like next to it.
Look, I know we don't usually talk, but can you just go a little easy on me at the moment? There's a lot of stuff happening. I just had to move away from a whole civil war outbreak. I need to get back onto the data stream. And then I just continue dragging him into the elevator.
Lyra does not stop you.
As soon as I'm in the elevator, I go down 3 floors.
Are you still dragging?
Oh yeah, I'm still dragging Theo.
Okay. You do so, and you get to your door. I'm assuming you have. Do you have a? Is your door locked by a passcode or a key?
So I don't have a door.
Don't have a door?
No. It's the reason I'm able to stay so hidden. So, you remember from the discussion on the synesthesia backstory, the science that brought synesthesia to the state that she's in now.
Yes.
The ability to turn a physical object into a passable object for a temporary period of time.
Yes.
That is the entry point for my abode.
Okay. And you do so. And so Theo, you notice as kind of synesthesia like touches like a section of the wall, and it kind of jellifies for a moment. As synesthesia drags you through the wall itself. Except synesthesia, as you pass through the wall, how would you describe your kind of studio?
It is a 1-bedroom apartment, absolutely littered with noodle pots and a very, very overly complex system for streaming that pretty much predominates most of the living space. There is like a beanbag in the corner, which is also covered in like discarded pots. And then otherwise, it's just like a small kitchenette to the side and a separate doorway to a bathroom.
And as you two pass through, none of that is there. It seems clean, almost barren.
What? No, I definitely had the right wall. What? This isn't possible.
You only see one thing. That's a tiny statue on a desk where your normal computer setup would be.
I let go of Theo and also like disable the liquefaction on the wall as I slowly approach the statuette.
You recognize it as Ursa's, you would almost call it a, quote, calling card. A sign, a rumored sign among Celestials of somebody being resigned. Somebody retired, I should say. Graduated, if you will.
Well, I mean, it did take us like almost 2 weeks to get back. I guess I can kind of understand that one. I instantly start listening out for any movement in the... Because it's just one big square room, the only place that someone could be hidden is the bathroom. I start listening directly towards the bathroom.
You hear a tap, tap, and a tap.
I turn around to face Theo to see if he made the noise.
He did. He's looking he's basically on his tablet now. Like still like how you left him on the floor, but like with just tapping on the tablet.
At least you're awake to see my complete downfall. Thanks very much. I then walk
Well,
over to
what-
the wall of the bathroom and like physically stick my head against it and listen through the wall.
What's on the Skynet? Or what's on the
Mm,
web space, by the way? Any new news? That doesn't sound fun.
Interesting. We will get to your HoloNet in a moment.
All right.
As synesthesia, as you place your head against the wall, are you kind of like attempting to like pass through it or listen in?
I'm just listening through the wall.
As you do so, you feel your form like squish for a moment as the door almost slams open.
I duck and roll into a covered spot. When I hear that
cover
noise.
spots. There is no cover. It's all open air.
I literally I literally allow myself to get squished behind the door, like flattening up against the wall and staying behind the
Pancake
door.
style. Pancake style.
NK style, yeah.
Is there like no pillar or anything?
No.
No.
It's literally just
All
one
empty
big box
space.
with a single door at the side, which is the one that just got
Okay.
slammed open.
Okay.
As you,
I'm not
so
gonna-
Theo, you see, interestingly, two almost young girls. They seem to almost, best way I can kind of describe them is like fucking e-girl cat girls.
Okay.
It's kind of the best way I can describe them.
Okay. So as
They
I'm
seem to be
hearing
almost
that-
identical in looks.
Okay. I'm just like laying there. I look over at the sound, seeing that it's not. This is like just a no hiding space. I'm just like I kind of like given up, in a way. Look over, look back, and like scroll through to the HoloNet again.
Particularly, so one of the two closes the door behind them, and the two of you would get a better look at them. They both seem to have, almost once again idol attire, almost like a kind of like a dichotomy. One's dressed in mostly black with blue accents. The other is dressed in mostly white with orange accents.
Okay.
Both of them seem to be sporting a kind of tie alongside like an open jacket and that kind of idol skirt. Both seem to have kind of, I would almost say, like a light blade.
Okay.
Hilted on one on the left side, one on the right side.
I know what I'm doing though.
And they both look at they both kind of turn one to each look at both of only each of you. They say, "Welcome home. You've been retired."
I like allow myself to fully reform and just kind of stand there. I sigh.
Synesthesia, you would recognize these two as the Gemini twins.
Oh. After I finish,
Oh,
so
joy.
what I've been doing is creating like another burner account. I roll over like to my side, take a picture, upload the picture. Fun being kidnapped again.
You don't seem to notice what you're doing.
Yeah. Then I roll back, and then like, burn the burner account.
I'm glad
and
you're doing
then-
something.
And then like I'm like dusting myself off. I'm like getting myself up. I think your business is with her. Can I go?
One of the twins looks at you and is just like, Oh, you have been roped into her schemes. We cannot
So-
trust you as much as we can trust her.
Oh, good. I'm glad I have some level of trust with
mean-
you two.
I mean, I've been kidnapped. I've been like shuttled.
You made
systems
me eat a
away.
goddamn burger that was 3 times my height. Shut your mouth.
I think you have some leniency, can you? I just want to go home.
Seals do not show mercy.
Can we take a quick moment to pause?
Go ahead.
All right.
I
Okay,
would say
and returned
yes,
we
but it would
are.
only be able to inflict a status for like
Okay.
a turn or so.
Okay. It is indiscriminate. All right. All right.
It is indiscriminate. Meaning that
Okay.
all of you would have to make a roll to defend. Just
Okay.
in one zone.
Okay. So what I'm being told now. So I'm basically
So-
begging to be let go.
Yes. The they're of look at both. They look at one of them looks at you before they both turn their attention to synesthesia. Orion wishes to see you.
Orion?
Specifically, synesthesia. You would know Orion as specifically known as Orion the Overseer.
I cross my arms and like very boldly stand up firmly against
Orion,
where the wall.
Orion the Overseer is like the super manager. The like he is the person who yay and nays everything in the company.
If I've been let go, if I have hit my retirement, what business does Orion have with me now?
Orion wishes to see you directly. He takes care of retirement.
Yes, well,
Nobody has specifically what you would know is that nobody has actually seen him in person until they retire.
But,
where's Ursa right now?
Hey! I know you guys are forming how you say a formal kind of retirement plans here. I don't
Formal.
I don't see where you see. I don't want to get in the way, you know. If I can just get out of your way,
Theo, you don't
Um,
even know how my door operates. You're pretty much stuck here unless these guys let us leave this room breathing. Let me handle this, please, and then we'll get out of here.
Sure. Um,
The twins continue. What? So, what was specifically the question you asked, Synesthesia? Did you ask a question?
I didn't ask a question yet. It was just responding to Theo.
Twins continue. Ryan handles retirement. You do not question what he asks for. He asks for you. Seeing as you have taken much longer than Ursa asked for,
Apologies, I was kind of
Ursa
stuck in deep
is-
space during a civil war.
Ryan does not care. Ursa has been personally dealt with for now.
I immediately square up to to specifically the taller of the two twins.
Huh?
And and the only thing that comes out of my mouth is, if you hurt Ursa, I won't even give Orion a second to speak.
I'm gonna have you roll provoke.
Also, I will have the thing that we talked about ready to be
Ouch.
tossed.
Negative
right
one.
underneath Synestasia's leg.
So the two actually both succeed with a +1 each. I literally
Ouch.
rolled 0 on the dice for each of them.
That just hurts. I got a
As-
neutral, a positive, and 2 negatives.
Mm-hmm. The two seem to just look at you and say, "We didn't do anything."
Where's Ursa right now?
Speak to Orion and you'll understand.
Can you guarantee that I'm gonna keep my life?
You will be retired. That is all.
I've heard what happens with some who are retired. How can I be sure that won't come down to the same fate?
They stay silent.
And here's another question. Right now we're in my playing field. Whilst none of my stuff is here anymore, I did create this room and build it up from nothing. What's stopping me from leaving without you being able to leave behind me?
How do you think we got in?
You overloaded the transducer that activates the liquefaction process. I'm right, aren't I?
One of them just grins. An old friend of yours must know how to do it.
Well, there'll be words.
So, right when I hear Synesthesia explain how to do that, can I figure out how to do that myself?
You
It's
can
only
attempt.
the access panel is on the outside of the room.
And specifically synesthesia. How confident are you in your answer?
I am completely confident in my answer.
All right. You'll see if you are correct. As the twins are specifically are you having this conversation with hostile intent?
No.
No? Okay. Twins do not answer your question. Well, specifically, they stated that an old friend of yours let him know how to work, how to enter, or how to work it.
Synesthesia just sighs and like wipes her eyes, like rubs her eyes for a second, and is just like, "Where is Orion?"
The taller of the twins says, "We'll take you there. You're not to go on your own."
So this is more than just about the retirement, then?
Stay silent.
Fine. But I have a term.
And what is your term?
I wish to see Ursa alive first.
The second twin starts to smile.
Do you agree
I
to those
don't-
terms?
I don't think she's alive.
I say gladly.
Sin just nods before flipping her coat back to being a lab coat.
They head to the wall that is the exit. Actually, Theo, did you have anything you wanting to say?
Oh, no. I'm just gonna
No?
step out of the way.
They head to the wall where you enter and exit, or specifically where you have full control of exiting, and seem to phase through it. With almost like, kind of like a glint of stardust behind them.
I knew they were wackos.
I'm gonna like back up towards Synesthesia. Hey, can you do that thing on the floor?
Theo, can I ask you to do something?
Sure. If it means we get out.
Yeah. They don't really seem that interested in you right now,
Exactly.
at least.
Can I
But
go?
No. This is important.
Also, I wouldn't believe everything they say.
Yes, but I know that they can't kill me until I actually see Orion.
Sure.
All I need you to do is track my data band and follow. I then
Okay.
pass him a small, like, disc-shaped device and point at the button before just exiting the room.
Before she leaves, do you have your phone on you, basically, as well?
So, part of the whole thing with like the Celestials is, whilst we do have physical cellular devices, we mainly have like the wristband kind of data tech swatches.
Can I try to remote into that?
You can do.
Like as you're leaving?
Yeah.
That was
Alright.
the kind of what synesthesia was wanting you to track in the first place.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to.
Effectively, most all Celestials have like a unique signature for their data band. That's easily identifiable for those who know how to track
More
it.
specifically, I want to get audio feed.
It would support that.
Okay. Then I'll basically track it. And
But
basically-
because of the whole situation, if I tried to like disable security or anything on it, obviously that would get picked up instantly.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, most people, most Celestials who would end up like attempting to disable certain features of the data band are immediately tracked.
I'm not asking to disable anything.
Okay,
But
cool.
I just want to be able to listen in. But also the other thing is outside of the tracking and listening in, can I basically put a virus?
You'd have to send a remote data package first.
And unfortunately, because I'd be having my every move watched, I wouldn't be able to interact with it. So you'd have to like try to remotely detonate the virus package on the device.
Yeah.
Most,
That is what I want to do. Basically, I want to basically embed like an additional trigger onto like something.
would have to be effectively like a timed trigger rather than like a trigger that's manually opened, and that's a bit harder to do than just having something manually opened.
I want to like trigger it on a phone call. Is that possible?
Synesthesia, how often do you get phone calls?
Semi-regularly, but 90% of it would have been through business and sponsorships. So unless it was like a sponsor that was not made aware of the retirement, it'd be highly unlikely.
Do I? Oh, by the way, Synesthesia, can I get your number for a second?
Yeah, sure. I literally like wave my wrist and that sends over to like his available like device.
Thank you.
So,
Quickly, before I head off, just don't drop it, please. That is the only one that I have, and
Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna back it up.
I meant the disc.
I'm gonna back up the disc. Have fun.
It's not
Don't
an
die.
actual. It's not an actual
copies.
disc. It's like a disc-shaped object with a button.
Okay.
yeah, it's effectively a hard copy. Don't know what the function is currently.
Okay. Okay. If that's how it works, sure.
Good.
Now, can I get out of
So,
here?
you exit.
Just remember,
Really?
if you like pressing buttons, this one will be fun for you. And then I leave the room to join the twins.
You just leave him behind. You leave him behind.
Yeah. Temporarily.
Okay.
We have
This
a
is gonna be
plan.
fun.
We have a plan.
Sure. So, waiting outside for you, synesthesia, are the two twins. Oh, took you long enough.
Well, I had to kind of explain to him that, he's going to be stuck in the room until after I've had this meeting.
Of course.
No thanks to you.
She'll lead the way. And one of them leads. The other one seems to wait for you to follow.
Sin
'Cause they will
follows.
follow behind you.
Sin follows, like, hands in her pockets.
All right. But as you seem to cross a number of hallways, looking out into what's effectively the great neon city, with various celestial advertisements, and active streams going on all at the same time. Gigantic holographic figures of the Celestials, with the most popular and the most plentiful being Lyra.
I just sigh
And-
knowing that she knew.
And for you, as it seems to take an arduous 20 minutes for you to finally reach looks to be what effectively is an ivory tower. As you enter, you see what looks to be a night sky with a collective of constellations, all dimly shining, along the never-ending height of the inside of the ivory tower. As you stand on the central platform, it seems to be like a wall-less and ceilingless lift. Starts to raise you up as you ascend through the constellations. What do you do as you wait?
I pretty much just look at the twins and try to gauge their expressions.
They seem to be somewhat expressionless. As roll me empathy to see if you gain any more info.
Flat roll, let's go. Oh god, I am really cursed. That's a -2.
Don't really seem to gather any more info. They seem to begin to feel like puppets.
I always wondered how much free will really was the motive of this place.
And the lift seems to stop as the last constellation in front of you, two jet black doors, appears constellation of Orion. Doors part, and you see before you an empty void, with what looks to be the universe around you.
I look back at the
Yes.
twins and just look them dead in the eye and just like, so Ursa's in here as well, yeah?
Of course,
Breathing?
yes. As they step before you into the universe itself.
I follow them, keeping my hands in my pockets.
And doors close behind you. And before you stands two people. One is the Ursa you know and love. It's a kind of like a big burly woman with a rather muscular build. And behind her, it seems to be a shadowy figure with no discernible features other than full shape and a mask on their head, mask on their face. You're unable to determine behind that mask of pure ivory. And the masked man speaks. It's been a while since I've had to do a retirement.
It's been a while since I've had to go joyriding through space trying to get back to a job that I thought I still had.
Business is like that, I'm afraid.
I'm very
Now-
well acquainted with business.
I shall give you two options. One, retire. Or two, I shall find you a replacement manager. As you notice before you something you weren't originally aware of. A rope around Ursa's neck.
How dark is the space around us? Is it completely
Seems
like
to be it's dimly lit.
if something black was to start moving against that dim, would it be visible?
You would have to roll me, I think it's stealth. It would be a normal stealth roll, but you would be able to roll it.
Would I be able to use the dimly lit area as an aspect to increase my chances?
You would.
I would like to expend a fate point to roll stealth for deploying one of my drones out of sight, but towards
Alright.
the rope.
Okay. Orion simply waits. What is your decision?
So I got a +2 for the stealth, and so I do it very casually, so I basically lift my hands out of my pockets, which is basically like releasing a trigger on one of the drones.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't say I'm all too fond of replacing a manager who has done nothing but look out for me. On the other hand, the company has been moderately beneficial towards my lifestyle. I would like to ask what your opinion is on the matter.
You are a valuable idol to us.
Even
That
though
is
my
why
numbers
we
are
went-
low?
Everyone starts small. Even in the universe, we are a simple speck. That is why we name ourselves Celestials.
To rise as the
above-
shining stars.
Exactly. However,
Can I ask what would happen to Ursa?
she would simply be replaced with another Ursa. Somebody more befitting your role.
And what would happen to her? As I stare directly at Ursa. Or more importantly, I stare at the rope.
The rope is taut.
I don't agree with the idea of disposal.
And do you choose your own career?
I think we both know that I would never have the career I could have had if I had made it back in time.
You must choose. There is no half truths. There are no half measures in this industry.
Before I make my decision, I want some answers.
Ask away.
What do you know of Atlas?
Atlas. It's a name that transcends time. It's a name to the myth, the old world myth of someone who effectively carried the world with great strength and great importance.
I'm aware of its mythology. With all due respect, sir, that's not what I asked. What do you know of the word Atlas? What do you know of its correlation between harmony and discourse?
That I am unable to give, as I do not know.
I would like to find out myself.
And I would be pleased to assist you if your career here.
If I continue my career here, I wish for Ursa to remain by my side. This Ursa, to be more specific. Manager or
I cannot
not,
guarantee that.
I don't care for whether she's my manager or not. I would be more than happy to accommodate her off record.
You choose to sacrifice Ursa for your gain.
I choose to sacrifice her position, not her.
Very well. The decision has been made and witnessed for the whole galaxy, the whole universe to see. And he pans twice and disappears into the void. You begin to hear something clatter from Ursa's direction.
As I hear the clatter, can I issue the command? So I have the drone at point blank range of the rope. Can I have the drone now cut through the rope with its blades?
You can certainly try.
Okay. Or rather, actually, no, I'll have it shoot the blades, shoot the thing out.
Okay, go ahead.
+4.
You do so, and just as the moment you hear, so what kind of projectile does it have?
So
Or
it's
does it have a
specifically
projectile?
it's laser, so it's high focused plasma.
Okay, as you do so, you hear the blaster go off, and for a moment you think you heard a snap as the body falls to the ground.
I instantly
You're
run
not
towards her.
sure. And you go. You cannot see many details of the body. As you, how do you? It seems almost, I want to say indistinguishable, but like some of the features aren't like very clear in this dim light.
I bring my drone closer to me and activate its general surveillance so that it's able to use like a light function so that I can get a clear picture of what's
like
going
a
on.
mobile torch.
Yeah.
Do so, and you, almost in this kind of moment of silence, you feel almost disharmonious in your own self as you see saliva dribble out of Ursa's lifeless body. Rope burns on her neck. as you also hear the almost like hums of the twins' sabers.
So,
And
can
we
we?
will start next session on conflict.
What?
What?
Did you say next session?
I did.
Ah, darn. Because I was gonna say I was gonna do something.
What would you like
we,
to do?
We do have the time for him to do his fill-in of like the period of time that
Absolutely,
I
yeah.
spent.
Yeah.
All right.
Go
So,
ahead.
how
You
how
hear,
long do
by
I
the
have to
way,
work?
all of this conversation.
Oh yeah.
Well, hold on.
How long do I have? By the way,
So
from
it was
start
about
to end
20
of that.
minutes. It's
20
20
minutes?
minutes to head to Orion's office. You are
Okay.
not sure where Orion's office is. Actually,
Okay.
no. You were tracking the band,
Yes.
so you know the general location.
Okay.
Do not know how to get inside, so you'd have to figure out how to get inside. It would have to take the lift up, which is about 5 minutes.
Okay.
When do you leave during the conversation?
I
Do you leave
cannot.
during this transport?
I need to figure out how to get out.
All right. So you have 30 minutes in game.
Okay. So, could I craft like some sort of like do I know the material of like the walls, the floors, whatever?
These seem to be steel.
Steel? Oh. Okay. And the walls? Steel?
So I mean, it's less of a steel and more of a plasteel.
Okay, so strong. Still.
Yeah,
Steel.
plasteel means like a plastic steel hybrid.
Okay. Would acid
Acid would begin to eat between.
okay. Okay. I'm gonna
There is a craft
The
step,
disc! The
craft
disc!
skill if you wish to roll something.
The
Yes,
disc!
I do. I want to either make I'll wait. I'll take 5 minutes to basically sync all the stuff to my pad. And then I'm gonna see if I can either make a acid or like explosive to get me out first.
Right.
Before
Uh,
you enact, can I give you a quick reminder of the conversation?
No,
that
I know.
we had
I already
prior.
asked. I already asked. That if, like, during that time, I asked if I could figure out the mechanics of the wall. And I did not get a response.
Oh, right.
You
yeah.
did, however, get some information from Synesthesia directly.
Did you? You
Yes.
said the control panel was outside.
Following that, when I handed the device to you,
Can
It seems
Touch-
it's likely a Jellifier. It's likely a Jellifier device, but you don't know.
I click? Can I
From
click the
my
button?
understanding. Go ahead.
I clicked the button. What happens?
Is it Jellify? Does it Jellify Theo?
no, so basically it would throw up like a red light, like blinking, as you'd see like a light coming from below the disc, as if it's like trying to sense something below it.
Okay, and then I'm gonna put it against the wall.
As soon as you hit the wall, the surrounding area in a visible distortion liquefies the material into a hazy material as
Okay.
the light goes green.
This works better. Okay, I'm gonna re-solidify it, and then I am going to then upload my virus, right? Into the celestial system that this
System.
huh?
You said the celestial system?
The
I'm
Datascape.
assuming that the entire I guess how you say user or streamers
Lucero?
are connected. Yeah, are connected, right?
Effectively, it's they all it's the Lucero system is pretty much where all Celestials stream on.
Um, I am. Do I get like a? Oh right, I do have the audio. Can I basically do a propaganda piece? Like it's known that Orion is the super boss, right?
Yes, he is the quote overseer. Nobody knows he's primarily behind the scenes, as nobody knows what his training methods are, nor what he looks like, and no one has seen him in person.
Okay.
Effectively,
I am going to hijack Yuri's channels specifically.
so you're gonna hijack his radio or his channel?
His what can't he turn off?
His radio
Easily.
is
He is unable
24/7.
to turn off his radio. His radio is 24/7, so it is always on.
I'm gonna hack his radio.
Interesting. Live broadcast all over the galaxy.
Yes. And I
And
am going to broadcast most of this.
most of it.
Yes, I'm gonna have it at a delay where I'm gonna bleep out some information.
What information are you specifically bleeping out, and when does this broadcast start?
Can you remind me on what Orion said? Because like that was a long conversation.
Absolutely. Specifically, there's a couple key moments you can start it at. You can start it at the decision to replace either synesthesia or Ursa. You can start it at what is Atlas, or you can
Yeah.
start it at.
I'll start it at what is Atlas,
Okay.
and then I will end it as if it was like interrupted or like canceled when he tries to explain like what more it is. But I will bleep out saying like he will help her find out what it is. Basically, I want to paint the picture. Orion knows what Atlas is, but it seems that Orion doesn't want to share.
Oh no, the DM disappeared.
I had to step away for a moment.
All good.
Yeah. So you can go ahead and do so.
And then I do want to restart it near what is it? Near the end. What was the last part, by the way?
Last part is would effectively be when Orion is saying so you sacrifice Ursa.
Mm,
To be fair,
That is the very end.
my response to it was, I choose to sacrifice Ursa's position, not the person.
can I frame it as or was it
Orion?
Synesthesia is basically standing backing up her manager, but Orion wants to how you say sacrifice her. Yeah, is it possible?
I mean, that's what happened.
Effectively, yeah, but
Yes.
messaging is everything. Propaganda is everything.
Yes.
Let me see if there is a specific skill you can use, because this would be a contest.
Mhm.
It's everybody's first contest, so you do not
Woo!
get to participate, Sin.
I know.
Would I also
Specifically, this will be 3 rolls.
Okay.
You have to meet an average. You have to succeed on a +3 on at least 2 of these 3 rolls.
Okay.
It has to be a different skill each time.
Okay.
Just any skills you have at your disposal.
Would he get any bonus because where I did assist with giving him the connectivity?
You can choose one skill to assist with. It has to be before the result is determined.
Mhm. So I want to do
Oh.
note.
Just say what skill you want to use,
Mhm.
and
That's what
then
I'm-
how you're going to use it.
Mhm. I am going to use first hacking to, first get into the radio.
Okay.
Notice to, figure out which part I need to bleep out.
Okay.
And then I might I guess I might need help with it for deceive as to make this as a propaganda.
Yeah, I will 100% add the +2 to the deception.
Okay. Does that work?
That works.
Okay. The first one is going to be the hacking. And can I use data surfing for this?
Remember, data surfing is the perusal of information for you.
Yes. I am flying. Okay. Sure. Then I can't. All right. Okay. It's 1. All right. Now this is a notice. All right. Oh, wrong thing. Or there we go. Okay. 2. All right. And and I said C.
Hmm.
Oh my god. I okay. I got
Man,
a 3 on
you
that.
are really unlucky.
I know.
So, I will say, although you didn't fully succeed, you did at least manage to get out the full information of what's going on. you are not able. You don't believe you are able to fully influence the masses.
Well,
However, the masses are now at their own disposal to determine what they believe.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That is enough. Because... And then the last thing I want to do is I want to basically shut down the security system of, like, I'm like, actually no, this should be starting at next session, because I get finished with the propaganda thing.
Okay. And then if that's the case, we'll start the next session off with propaganda going out and the unfortunate death of Ursa.
Ursa, my teddy, no.
That's today's stream.
God damn it! I thought I'd had it in time.
Your luck was just not fortunate enough.
Damn it! That genuinely makes me so sad. Because I was so hoping to be able to save her.
And you had not gotten a good look at Orion.
Oh.
I was able to at least discern the whole thing with the ivory mask, and I do know his voice. And because of the way that the data stream works, we do now actually have physical, like, hard evidence pertaining to how he sounds.
Continue, Dark?
I know this isn't Minecraft
I do want to
hyphen.
mention, I still have a discordant crystal on me.
You do still have a discordant crystal on you.
Yes.
As
never
do
let go of
I
that.
believe. I believe the both of us still have one.
We can go ahead and close out stream for now as we talk post-session.
Yeah. God.
Thank you, everyone.
So, can we just do, quick closing thoughts for the session? I knew Lyra was fucking bad. I knew it. I said it all along. I called this shit.
But, well, she was following orders. Does that really make her bad?
The thing I'm finding the most interesting is the fact that the twins didn't seem to be 100% of their own will. And that is going to be really interesting. I'm glad you thought it was a really interesting watch. Thank you, Flopsit.
Thank you, Flopsit. I hope this at least has sparked some interest.
Flopsy, sorry. Flopsy. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I just can't read, apparently.
But no, I hope this at least sparked some interest in Fate for you, or maybe even to watch the next session.
Flopsit. You love that? You like Flopsit?
Oh yeah, like we're planning on hopefully making this a semi-regular series for y'all.
Yes, hopefully, as long as timescales work out, this will be a regular, fingers crossed, once every 2-week operation, or if we can organize things, potentially even a weekly operation if things sit correctly. The most likely case is to be every 2 weeks at the moment, though.
Yeah. So yeah, what are your thoughts, viewers? Especially you, Flopsy, since you're here. What would be what do you think is going on in with the Celestials? The focus of today's session.
Mm-hmm.
And you, Dark and Aki. What do
Dark, if you
think
want to go
about the
first.
Celestials?
Mind control.
Mind control! Mind control! I don't like how
It's called.
Orion
I'm probably
said-
gonna need to extract you.
I don't like how Orion said that there's always the option of a new Ursa, meaning either the implementation of cloning or the fact that the Ursa name is like a title and that it is surpassed on as a major constellation being the direct name for a specific role. But I definitely am leaning towards the mind control situation.
I mean, Mind Control is a classic. Mind Control is definitely a classic.
By the way, Flopsy, yes, there will be a little bit of a post-session chat. Would you guys be open to doing that in the Discord server for the stream?
If y'all want to do that, we can absolutely do that.
Just so
Okay.
if anyone has any additional thoughts that they may want to, chime in with, they can do so on there. Give me a second. I will grab the link for the server and it'll be posted now in the chat and pinned. If you wish to join us for the post-stream discussion, feels very marionette-like with the Celestials, like they're being controlled. It is, and that is something that we are definitely going to be exploring more now in the post-chat. Feel free to join the Discord and feel free to join us in the voice channel as we discuss our closing remarks on the whole scenario. I believe that will be it. Would you like to say farewell, guys?
Nice seeing you all. We will make sure to have this again.
Absolutely. Dark, anything to say?
No, just keep having fun, everyone.
Mhm, mhm.
I am so glad. Quite late here, so probably have to give VC a miss, but will join the Discord. Awesome. I'm glad to hear it.
Awesome.
So I am going to quickly deafen as I just close out the stream. So thank you, everybody who has been watching along, anyone who has popped in and then popped out at a later date. Later date, it's not that much of a difference. We started at midnight, well, 1 o'clock in the morning. It's a good 3 hours. I think we did a lot in this session, and in all honesty, this is a really fun campaign. I am looking forward to the next session already. I am so hyped to get further into this and to uncover the mysteries. Thank you to anyone who has joined and just listened along for this session, and I will be attempting, fingers crossed, as long as audio doesn't get removed. I hope I covered my ass enough with the music. Hopefully the VOD will be up. Anyone who wishes to watch back or look back and try and reminisce or to catch up in future dates, please attempt to do so. I will do my best to make sure that it is accessible. Everybody, thank you for watching, and I hope everyone has enjoyed themselves. Good night from the back of the bar. I'll pour you a drink when we open in the morning. See you around, guys.